we are going to do a tutorial on some of the basic crochet stitches that make up pretty much the foundation for every single crochet stitch and crochet pattern out there. First off, we're going to start with a slip stitch. So with a slip stitch is I make an X over my fingers. I go from the bottom to the right, over. I go over 2 fingers, and I go from the bottom and wrap it up to the left. And then I just kind of tuck it into my pinky. Then from here, what I do is I flip my hand over, and I go under this first loop here, and I grab the second loop and pull it through and flip my hand back over. So this is going to, when you draw it tight, form a slip stitch around your hook. And you can see there that you can make it as tight or as loose as you want. I always make it a little bit loose. I like my foundation chains to be kind of loose, so I draw it a little bit loose there so it slides easily on my hook. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my foundation chain plus 1, because the next row is going to be single crochet. So I am going to do 10. 10 is my magic number today. I'm just going to grab the yarn, pull it through the loop on the hook 10 times or 11 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, there we go. 8, 9, 10, 11. And you want to keep it kind of loose because you have to go back in and insert your hook into these stitches. When I insert my hook, I insert it in the top one only. Grab the yarn, pull it through, and grab the yarn, pull it through both. So that's a single crochet. So we'll do it more slowly. Go in through the top, grab the yarn with the hook, pull it through, wrap it around, and then pull it through both. So I'm going to do this 8 more times. Going through the top, just grab the yarn again, pull it through both. And my stitches are kind of loose here, or very loose here, but you can see that I've got a row of single crochet here. Going in through the top, grabbing the yarn, wrapping it around again to go through both. Going through the top, grab the yarn, pull it through, creating 2 loops, and then grabbing the yarn. It gets kind of difficult to hold here because we're at the end. So you can see here, I should have 10 stitches. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually count the V's at the top. So you can see there's these V's. I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so that's a row of single crochet. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the double crochet stitch. This is the stitch that's most commonly used in granny squares. So what I do in order to start that next row is I chain 2 in order to give me that space to round the curve. So we've chained 2. Now we're going to actually skip those 2 that we just chained. We're going to wrap our yarn around once, go into this gap here that's formed by the legs of the V and the rest of the stitch. So you should have a V right there. Pull it through. Now what we're going to do is we wrap our yarn around and we pull through 2 loops. Then we wrap our yarn around again and pull through the last 2 loops. And that is a double crochet. So we wrap our yarn around, go through and under the legs of the V, grab our yarn and pull it through, wrap our yarn around, go through 2, wrap our yarn around, go through 2. So we yarn over is what this is called. Then we go into this gap here that gets us underneath both legs of the V, pull our yarn through, wrap it around, pull it through 2, pull through 2. And we just keep going like that for the rest of the row. Okay, and just a refresher, because we're almost to the end of the row, I'm going to go through, wrap our yarn around, do a yarn over, go through that gap underneath both legs of that V, pull it through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And then you can see we've got one last V here. So we just make sure that we go under both legs of the V. Now we're going to check, and this is a double crochet. As you can see, it's taller than a single crochet. It's got that wraparound look to it. And we have 10 stitches, 3, 6, 9, 10. Okay. The next row is going to be triple crochet or treble crochet. So this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And now when I turn, I'm going to wrap it around twice. And I'm skipping those 3 that I just chained again. I'm going into the top of the bottom, or the V of the second row, and I'm just kind of doing the same thing I did for double crochet. I'm going to wrap around, I'm going to go through 2, only I do it 3 times, and that's a triple crochet. And as you can see, it's quite a bit taller than a double crochet. So wrap around twice, you're going through the same spot so that you catch that V, wrap around, pull it through, wrap around, pull through 2, 3 times. Wrap around twice, yarn over twice, as you may see in directions, and then yarn over again, pull it through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. We'll do it a little bit slower. So I've got 2 yarn overs, go through, pull it through, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2. And that yarn kind of caught there. Yarn over twice. Make sure that you catch the entire thread so that you don't have split threads. And that is triple crochet. As you can see, it's a bit taller than double crochet. Now the next stitch that we'll do is we will do the half double crochet. And so for that one, what we do is it is not as tall as the double crochet, it's taller than the single crochet. So it's going to fall somewhere in between these two in height. But it's a little bit different. So what we're going to do is we're going to chain 2, wrap it around, go through, and this time what we're going to do is we've pulled the stitch through, wrapped it around, we're going to go through 1. And then we're going to wrap it around and we're going to go through 3. So yarn over, go through the stitch, grab the yarn, yarn over again, go through 1, go through 3. Yarn over, grab this yarn, go through 1, go through 3. Go through just 1 and then go through 3. Okay, a little bit closer to the camera, and we're going to yarn over, go through the stitch, yarn over, go through 1, go through 3. Okay. So hopefully you can see it is not as tall as the double crochet row here, but taller than the single crochet row. And that is why you would want to use a half double crochet, is because of the height.